What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another Best of One draft here on Magic Arena for M21. This is day 2 of the format. My name is Ethan, also known as LordTupperware. First things first, if you enjoy the content here on this channel, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, click the thumbs up button, or leave a comment in the comment section. Any and all of that stuff really helps us out here on our channel. And as well, we are rolling out this M21 days of videos. So I believe this will be probably day 4. If this lines up correctly. So hopefully you're enjoying that as well. It's fun little incentive for us to get content out on a regular basis, especially at the start of this new format. Okay, so for the cards that we have in consideration here, Karvek the Spiteful is a rare that I'm interested in trying. 4 mana 3/2, other creatures get -1/-1. I think this is a cool card to build towards. We are passing quite a bit of black. Pestilent Haze is a little mini sweeper. Tavern Swindler is a life gain payoff. Deathbloom Thallid is a rock solid common creature. I think the other card in consideration, which could be better, but I don't know, is Faith's Fetters. I just don't have experience with the rare enough. I know Faith's Fetters is going to do the thing each and every time. There is a consideration for me right now in that I do think white is the worst of the 5 colors. So perhaps steering just slightly away. Now Gourmand, whatever, however you want to say it. I'm going with the Gourmand life here. 6 mana 5/5 Flying Trample. As an additional cost to cast it, you sack something, but then when it enters the battlefield, your opponent has to sack a creature as well. Really powerful card. Busted. That's going to be my pick here. If it weren't here, I wouldn't be taking Sanguine Indulgence. I wouldn't be taking Sanguine Indulgence second, so I don't know what I would take. I've actually liked Sanctum of Calm Waters. This is the Sanctum that lets you loot for the number of shrines that you control. Or basically, you draw for the number of shrines you control and then discard 1. It's a pretty weak pack. Fabled Passage is also fine as a rare Evolving Wilds. And then the rest of this pack is pretty medium, so Gourmand that is. All right, so if we're sticking on the black train, which I think we are not, our options are Blood Glutton as a 5 mana 4/3 lifelink, Mind Rot as a card that I do not like, and Sanguine Indulgence again. Like, I think most black decks want 1, some perhaps want 2 of these, but I don't want to take them this early. So that's going to lead me into another color. So then what are the other cards? Well, what jumps out at me is Leafkin Avenger as the signpost on common for red-green, and a card that I haven't gotten to play with yet, an archetype I haven't gotten to play with yet, so I think I'm going to give this a shot. 4 mana 4/3, taps add G for each creature with power 4 or greater, and then you can pay 8, 7 in a red to have it deal damage equal to its power to target player or planeswalker. So a real, one of the only true mana sinks in the format and a real finisher. I like Basri's Solidarity. I got to play a white-green deck off stream yesterday, and I found this card to be just really strong. I've also played against it and found it to be strong, but I think at its best in white-green. I'm gonna jump ship a little bit here, take the Leafkin Avenger, see what's going on, if red-green is where we're supposed to be at. Ooh, and speaking of signpost uncommons, there's a Conclave Mentor. This is really strong. I think green-white may be the aggro deck of the format. This is green-white for a 2/2. It adds an additional +1/+1 counter each time. +1/+1 counters are placed somewhere, and then a little bonus text of when it dies, you gain life equal to its power. Now, so we could take like Turret Ogre as a follow-up to Leafkin Avenger. I kind of just want to take Mentor and see what's up. Like, we could hang on to black for dear life for Crypt Lurker as well. I think Crypt Lurker is a very good card. 4 mana 3/4 ETBs. You sack a creature or discard a creature, and if you do, you draw a card. But I don't think it's better than seeing if green-white is open. So, I don't know. Gonna give that a shot. Yeah, so black just not seeming quite open to me. Now we've got the choice between, like, so a green card would toe the line better between Mentor and Leafkin Avenger. But the best option here would be Gnarled Sage. And I don't think this is good, basically outside of blue-green. But also, like, just my feeling about the format right now is that 4 CMC and higher cards are basically a dime a dozen, and you don't need to prioritize them that much. They're like, even if some are better than others. I'm going to take Battalion here. It's got a little counter synergy with the Mentor, and I'm not a huge fan of the Daybreak Charger as a 3/1, but I think, if you do end up with the Anointed Choristers, you can really start to chunk in for some life, but I'm going to take the Battalion here. Kind of a mess of a draft right now. All right, well, there's a Chorister. So after we passed all the white that we that we saw early in the pack, we're now going to try and move into white, which could end up blowing up in our faces. We'll see. I'm going to take the Chorister. I think Dreadmaw is a very strong card. I think Spellgorger Weird is a very strong card. Both reprints that folks should be familiar with. And then not much else to consider. I mean, we're seeing some blue, but not enough to make me want to jump into our fifth color. All right, Drowsing Pteranodon, 7th pick. That's great. So some some internet personality was talking about how green was terrible in this format and is now reaping the benefits of it. I think that's going to be the pick. That feels like it toes the line a little bit still, though it does feel like having picked up white card, that maybe we're going to have to solidify into green-white. So that is going to be the pickup for me. And then a track down 8th, another card I'm really happy to see. This has felt like Ponder in blue. 1 and a green for Scry 3, then reveal the top card if it's a creature or land card, draw card. This often just feels like draw 2, because when you bottom something that you didn't want to, you will often be bottoming at least one thing that you didn't want to draw, and that's just very, very powerful, I think, out of this card. Okay, so now we've got, wow, Chandra's Magma Wheels. That's pretty crazy to me. There's also Portcullis Vine that I like. You know, there's also a world where we could end up like green, black, splash for something if the fixing ends up being there. But I'm going to take what I think is the best card in the pack and continue to maybe toe the line between being green, red. Like, we've just got a lot of options. And I don't hate Portcullis Vine in like green, black, or green, blue. And Ornery Dilophosaur, I think, is just, again, as I talked about, like 2 drops being a dime or 4 drops plus being a dime a dozen, that it's just tough to make that feel like something I want to commit to. All right, grab a Cetessan Training here. So it seems like we know we're green, and then we'll figure out the rest. Like maybe green white, maybe green red, maybe even green black, maybe some splashing going on. We shall see. But I've definitely drafted quite a bit of green in my first, whatever. I've got like 10 best of 1 drafts under my belt, and I did a couple off-stream Magic Online drafts last night, and I went 5-1 in those. So we'll just grab Sanguine Indulgence here. I'm going to just shift the view for a second just to try and like organize what's going on in terms of what we're committed to. So like 3 green cards, and then if we're green white, we have 6 playables. If we're green red, we have 5. If we're green black, we have 6. Truffle Snout, actually pretty decent, right? Like, yeah, I think it's actually a fine pickup for us here. And nothing in the sideboard yet. So, and if I switch back and forth, great. I'll take my first sideboard or first card that I'm not excited to think about keeping in my deck here, which is the 5 mana 7/3. That's just not the ticket there. So, I mean, all things considered, what a bummer. A dual land for the 1 color that we're not touching here. But actually, I found myself a lot yesterday feeling like, or yesterday and the day before in the early access event, that, well, if they have Sure Strike, I'm just wrecked. Like, just thinking about, I want to, like, oh, if they have Scorching Dragonfire, this. If they have Titanic Growth, this. And then if it was Sure Strike, I was just like, well, I guess I'm just wrecked if they have Sure Strike. So that's probably a card that I should be happy to run in a green deck. All right, now I'm going to switch back to the other roll here. So cards to consider. If we want a green card, I think I would take Garruk's Uprising. 1, I haven't gotten a shot to play with this, and 2, I think it looks like if we're going to be green-red or even green-white, we might have some beefers. If we're black, like if we're green-red, that's the option. If we're green-white, that's the option. If we're green-black, then the conversation becomes, do we take Grasp of Darkness or Freebooter? And I think the answer is Grasp of Darkness. And then the question becomes, is that what we want to do? I think it is. I think Karavek, Sanguine Indulgence, plus Gourmand are all very, very good. I'm going to take Grasp. We didn't pass a lot of black, and so maybe black will be open from our left. I don't know. Wow, another Leafkin Druid and another Grasp of Darkness. This feels like decision time. I'm sorry, not Leafkin Druid, Leafkin Avenger. It definitely feels like decision time. So we've got another copy of the 4-mana 4/3, and we've got another copy of the premium removal spell in Grasp. Those are the choices. I mean, like there's good red cards in these three. Wizardry, Hobble Fiend, the 2/1 that sacks. Pitchburn Devil's a good 5-drop. Sky Scanner has been very impressive to me. I think I'm going Grasp here. I think I'm going to abandon the red-green dream. But there's a world where if we just take Garrick's Uprising last pick and now Leafkin Avenger here, but it's just hard to pass up on the premium removal. And now we do get ooh, wow. We had access to Cultivate, which I was excited about because maybe we want to splash, but Llanowar Visionary is not getting past for me. So let's now ship Chorus. Let's ship all the non-green black. I think it's decision time. And now I have to like rejigger my oh no. There's my 2s, there's my 4s, and there's my 6. Okay, great. So now let's take Visionary, and we're good to go here. And now I also just want to check, like, we now that we're back to Karavek as our pack 1 pick 1, we do still have a fairly decent, wow, holy green black cards. Okay, so I feel like we've perhaps done it, but I feel like we have a decent deck for this effect. Like, we just want to avoid X1s ourselves, right? So as much as I like Sky Scanners, it's not a card that I that I really want to take here. So now the options become best common is Deathbloom Thallid. And then we don't have any life gain. I guess we have the Truffle Snout right now for life gain to bring back the Ghoul, but it is an X1, so I think that's a knock against it. And then the other option is probably the Scourge. I think I'm just taking Deathbloom Thallid here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Thallid. Okay. All right, pretty interesting draft so far. I had a green-black deck yesterday that I was pretty happy with. Yeah, Pestilent Haze is a card, that's the sweeper, the little mini sweeper, is a card that I think is quite strong. You know, just with the fact that Shock kills basically half the creatures at common or uncommon, so will Pestilent Haze. I think it's really powerful. But I don't know if I was supposed to take it there or not. All right, and just a nice little green-black duel. Now, if we had taken a Cultivate, if we had some fixing, then I'd start to be tempted to splash something like Stitcher. But we don't, and I think a dual land here is just fine. Definitely better than taking, like, I'm not a huge fan of this card. This is filler as well, and we already have 1 Indulgence, and I don't think I need a second one just yet. So happy to pick up a dual land here. And now that I keep seeing like cards that I'm excited to take and then cards that I'm more excited to take. So the first card I was actually excited to take is Portcullis Vine. I think Vine is a good card in green-black. Something that triggers your Death Matter stuff, which we don't really have yet, but is pretty good. But as someone in my chat is pointing out, Skeleton Archer I think is just a fantastic card on its own, but is really good in conjunction with Karavek because this now kills X2s from your opponent's side of the battlefield. So we're going to be happy to load up on those if we can. And more green and black flowing. Not only do we have a green-black dual land, but we've got 5 green-black creatures. Now, we're at 12 playables. Just going to check the sideboard. And we already have 1 land. I'm always happy to have good fixing, especially when we've got like black requirements and we want green early. But I don't think I need to take that. I'm going to take what I believe to be the best of these creatures, and that's Fetid Imp. This just being something that can get in for a few points of damage early and then trade up in the late game or the mid to late game, I think is quite strong. So that's going to be my pick out of that pack. And now we have the option of Village Rites and Track Down. So Village Rites being the single mana instant. As an additional cost to cast it, you sack a creature and draw 2 cards. I like this card quite a bit, but I am going to take Track Down number 2. You know, they're both card advantage spells or card parity spells. I'm going to take this. Oh, I'm being told by chat that the Fetid Imp is a non-bow with my Karavek. That is correct. I'm okay with that. Now we have Sage, Snare Spinner, and Track Down number 3. I think I am going to take the opportunity here to take a Fatty Boom Boom over a third Track Down here. I think we need to have some amount of top end at the moment, so I'm going to take that here. Nothing here for us in this pack, so we'll just take the green card, but no sideboarding here for best of 1. We are at 15 playables now after bobbing and weaving, so that feels pretty good. Man, we would have been in trouble if we had stuck to red that pack. We would have been in real trouble if we had stuck to red. All right, I'm going to take the Masked Blackguard. This is the 2-mana 2/1 with flash, and you can pump it. Oh, I guess this is a non-bow with Karavek. Is that enough to make me take the Steward? I think it is. This is a card that I think this is basically only good in green-black, and like I said, we don't have the Death Matter stuff yet, but maybe in pack 3 we do. Wow, we get Crypt Lurker and Rise Again on the wheel. Nothing good to reanimate, really, so I'm just going to take the Lurker, but I'm happy with this, I think. And this might be in a deck for 2 Indulgences. And a Portcullis Vine too. Wow, all of a sudden, and we wheel the Jungle Hollow. All of a sudden, 2-pack deck here. What? How rude. Honestly, how rude to show your face here, Baneslayer Angel. I'm just going to look at her for a little bit. 5-mana, 5/5, flying lifelink, first strike, pro demons, pro dragons. So good. So very uncastable for us right now. So I think we're just going to eat our vegetables here and take a Deathbloom Thallid. Really strong white. Baneslayer Angel's good. Seasoned Hallowblade was very impressive yesterday. Indulging Patrician I think is good. Though I will say I have found, as perhaps you saw from another one of our YouTube videos, that black-white... I feel like you want to get into black-white the way we got into black-green here, which is making sure that black and white are open and then getting the uncommons rather than like taking the uncommons and forcing them, you know? It just didn't seem to work out. So we are just straight green-black. No need for the Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest here. Colossal Dreadmaw is a nice pickup. We're just looking to be super grindy. Like, just trade off, value, attrition, double Sanguine Indulgence. Happy with the Dreadmaw here. And a lot of green and black cards, not a lot that I'm very excited for. If this were best of 3, I'd be fine with a Sniper or a Return to Nature. Sniper's a really strong sideboard card, but not something I think you want to main deck. What's the most likely card for me to play here? Probably Gloomsower. I mean, it's a big body, 7-mana, 8/6, hard to be blocked. I don't think I'm going to play it at this point, but we might. Okay. Oh, another Visionary. Second, another spot where we get the choice between Cultivate and Visionary, but I'm pretty thrilled to pick up a second copy of Llanowar Visionary here. I think I'm probably looking to ship Truffle Snout at this point. Now, Warden of the Woods is a really strong card. It's better... certainly better than Dreadmaw. I think it's on par with Gormond. It feels like it's got hexproof, basically. Like, it feels like the blue 5/7 that has hexproof, just because your opponent like never wants to target this. I am just going to take Visionary number 3. If we want another top-end piece, we can play the Sower. And with triple Visionary, we just might want to do that. I also like Fungal Rebirth quite a bit. Was listening to the LR set review yesterday, and they sort of equated it to Eternal Witness, which I think is right. I think that's closer than it sounds. All right, Hunter's Edge sounds good to me. Another removal spell here. That is only our third, right? We've just got the 2 grasps, so I'm happy to pick that up. I'm gonna talk about Carrion Grub for a second. I don't actually think this is a fine card, but I don't actually think this is that good. I think this could have been like common and would have been fine. Yeah, Hunter's Edge, that is. And now we get options for a bunch more. Like a 3rd track down, or I even think with its anti-synergy with Karavek, I think Skyscanner is the pick here. It's just very good to get back with Indulgence. It's very good sack fodder for the Gourmand, you know? And then I guess we take Rise again? I'm not playing any of these. I'm also not playing, I don't think I'm playing Citizen Training. And that puts us at 23. All right, we'll see. Yeah, we're probably not playing, I guess we're probably not playing Steward or Vine. Blood Glutton over 3rd track down. I don't know, man. Track down's so good. I don't know, we'll take Blood Glutton here. I think with probably Triple Visionary, we are gonna play the Sower at this point, and then maybe we cut. I think I do want to play Vine actually. That's just a little cheap speed bump. And now what? Now we're at 23 again. Yeah, I mean, especially with how rocky the start of this draft was, I'm really happy with where we're at right now. Just trying to think about like the makeup of the deck and how it's going to play out. I do wish, and this has been a problem with a lot of my decks, I wish we had more 2-drops. That's why I'm going to keep the Vine in. Fettered Imp is kind of a 2-drop in that it is 2 mana, but it doesn't often trade on 2. Nothing here for us. Yeah, I actually think I like Vine here. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Return to Nature's fine. I could see a Ranger's Guile. Do not like Snare Spinner. So we're at 24 playables. I do think we want to get to 23. Oh, wow, another track down. Yeah, I'll play that. And another Vine. People don't like the Vines or track down. That's kind of wild. Track down's really good. That's a perfect 2-drop. That could also... I feel like with 3 track downs, we could probably get away with 16 lands with the hand smoother, and then we just need 1 cut still, so I guess it's just a Vine. And run that, and we get to go 9-9 here. Yeah, all right, that's going to be the deck, and we'll see you for the games. All right, here we are for game number 1. That's going to be a keeper for sure. Rousing Pteranodon. Pride Malkin, that's the perfect 1-2 punch right there. And really, it's going to be punching us for 4 here. Okay, so this comes into play, puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature, and then each creature with +1/+1 counters has trample, so now they just get to attack for 4. Easy peasy. So now, I do think we have to take... this is interesting. So, I actually think I'm going to play Deathbloom Thallid so that I have a creature that can punch with Hunter's Edge. I'll leave Fetid back to offer the trade with Pride Malkin. This also threatens to offer a double block trade here. Burl Fist Oak. Okay, never mind. That's getting punched. And then we have a 4-power thing to offer to trade on blocks with the Pteranodon. Maybe. Maybe, hopefully. Okay, another Pteranodon. That's fine. Snare Spinner, don't care. And are you done attacking? All right, and we're Gucci. So we'll go Visionary. Visionary first. And Track Down. Oh, baby. Well, I do want a 6th land, right? So that I can play Gloomsower next turn. And I think I do want Sanguine Indulgence, so I'll ship... What, we'll go Swamp on top, Forest on the bottom, and then Sanguine Indulgence next. And that's why Track Down feels gross. Like, Track Down, that just felt like we drew 2, right? Pretty sweet. All right, no attacks. Block the 4/4. And now, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl here. Large. And very much in charge right now. We'll start with Visionary. This is why I wish we could be sideboarding, because this card is pretty terrible in this particular matchup. I think I'm supposed to attack with the Sower, though. Because I can chump for days, and I've got... yeah, and I've got Sanguine Indulgence. Crackalack in again with the Gloomsower. Drain for 4. Feels good. And eat the Warden. Oh, wow. That also makes Sanguine Indulgence cost 1. Wow, that's pretty gross. Baby, come back. Remember me? Oh, come back, my friend. But I want, why? Okay. Attack with Thallid. Play Sage and Thallid number 2. And they are flooding pretty bad. Looks like. Oh. I even get to re-rack Kervik with the Crypt Lurker. Beautiful. You know, green-black, the classic deck that gets a bunch of card draw spells. You know, that one. Like, how much card advantage do we have? We have 3 Visionaries, 3 Track Downs, Sky Scanner, and Crypt Lurker, and Sanguine Indulgence? Oh, 2 Sanguine Indulgence, wow. Okay. All right, that's game 1. All right, game number 2. This is a less good hand, but definitely a keeper for us. We get to Sky Scanner on 3. Have a good removal spell. Hopefully find one of our many cantrips along the way. Not quite. Not quite. Okay, play an X2 and I can punch it. Yeah, like that one. Oh my god, this is just about the worst run out I could have imagined. Drawing our other 6-drop, drawing our other Raise Dead effect. But we're okay right now. Fine. I've just such Ikoria PTSD. Every time I see 5 mana up with blue, I'm like, it's the Great Shark. Not Pouncing Shore Shark. What was it? Voracious Great Shark. Okay, that's a lot. A lot of draw there. Ghostlight bounce the wall. You don't want to give me the draw again, do you? It's not crazy, I think, for them to bounce the scanner there, even though it does rebuy a draw for me. All right, we'll take the 3 here. We'll kill the Ghostlight. Though... yeah, we'll kill the Ghostlight. I was thinking that it's not so bad if they want to trade. But I am winning this race, and this makes our Gourmand better, I think. Because now we get to attack for 2. Or do we just play Dreadmaw? No, we just play Dreadmaw, I think. I don't really care about this Teferi's Protege. Ghostlight bounce Dreadmaw. Okay. And Glide Master, okay. Interesting. I don't think I attack. Because I don't think they... yeah, I don't think I attack. And we just replay Dreadmaw here. I think they would not trade, and then they have a better, like, then we're trading 2 for 5. I don't know. I mean, Dreadmaw does represent quite a bit of damage. So you get to bounce Ghostlight, replay Ghostlight, bounce Dreadmaw, attack for 4. That's not good. I gotta trade with this Glide Master if they offer it, yeah. I think. Yeah. Oh no, rookie mistake. Blocking the Glide Master, okay. Yeah, this has just been an unfortunate run out for us. I don't think we can get back in this game right now. Yeah, it's just a pretty bad draw. Like, I can play Dreadmaw here, but I really can't outrace this. My spells are too clunky here, so. We'll cash it in 1-1. All right, here we go. We are going to keep this hand. Triple track down. Show us the way. Oh, baby. Okay. Definitely want to draw Swamp. Maybe I don't want the Pteranodon? No, I think the Pteranodon lets us double spell. I think we can do better than Sage. This is tough. I just think this letting us double spell is going to be important, so I'm going to do that. Uh-oh. Reanimation station over there. So this is Obsessive Stitcher. That's a 3-mana 0/3 looter, and then you can pay 2 blue-black, tap, sack it to reanimate a creature at instant speed. So, pretty scary. Now that's less scary. They could also just be playing it as a looter. Totally reasonable. Now that we're seeing Tide Skimmer, does that change? I think that makes me just want to Lurker, sack Scanner, and draw. And now next turn we can Visionary Pteranodon. Just terrified to see a Fatty Boom Boom enter the yard, and there it is, Gloomsower. Oh, that's tough for us to deal with. I mean, Sanguine Indulgence helps, but that's tough. All right, so let's Visionary. All right, Auto Tapper, please. Fetid Imp is actually interesting, but I'll drop another 3 power creature here that threatens to double block and trade. Yep, maybe come back. Do we just say we're wrecked to any removal spell? I think we do. I like that one. At least Fetid Imp will be in the clear now. So play Imp. I guess if we're doing that, I should play Track Down first, just to see what we draw. I could just Imp an Archer, I guess. Yeah. Skeleton Archer, not the most impressive here. Frost Breath is the most impressive. Okay. Take 10, call me in the morning. I don't have anything that I don't have anything that deals with this Gloomsower that doesn't block it. So we're dead, I think. Yeah. Let's see. But I don't think we have anything now. No. All right. Oh yeah, I do have Hunter's Edge, but I can't draw it off of Tracker's Instinct. All right, rally time. 1-2. All right, that's a keeper. Wall of Runes. This Karavek looking real good. Not. Obviously small sample size, but we have not faced any decks where this has been particularly exciting. Lead on Vine, I guess, because I don't really know what I want to scry to the top. Now that we've drawn, now that we know we're gonna have land number 3 on time. I guess. It is a spell. It has text. Scorch my wall. Okay. Well, this has reach, so on turn 4 we can do something. I love Jeskai Elder so much. I don't love that we're getting wrecked by it, but I do love it very much. All right, Visionary. Well, if nothing else, because it does look like we might 1-3 with this deck. But if nothing else, I do think that draft was really, really interesting, and I'm happy with where we ended up. I think we found the right lane. I think we navigated pretty well, and just, you know, sometimes you get got. What can be done? Not saying we're out right now, but the overwhelming advantage our opponent has right now is pretty remarkable. Now they're holding up counter magic. I can't really afford to not play Gnarled Sage. Yeah. We have Indulgence, we can get it back, but... Oh man, I got to play with Double Vision yesterday. This card is bonkers. Very, very strong card. Alright, I'm gonna play one of my cantrips and try and find a Grasp. It's enough already with this Jeskai Elder. Alright. Archer don't do nothing, right? So I guess I'll go bottom, draw land. Yeah, so Double Vision is 5 mana enchantment. There we go. When you cast your first instant sorcery spell each turn, you copy that spell. You may choose new target. So right now they're just casting Rain of Revelation to draw 6, discard 2. All right, Sky Scanner. It's not it. I might get a chump block, I guess. I think we're just dead. Because I can still sack a wall here. Yeah. Do something fun like double Volcanic Geyser. Yes! All right. A beautiful ending to this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.